Hi everybody, it's Judy. It's week 2 for the spring quarter, and I'm very happy to let you know that spring has finally arrived here. It was 71 degrees today. I've got my back door open, so and it's right next to the computer. So if you hear emergency vehicles going up and down the street, please don't be alarmed. I live kind of close to a pretty busy intersection, and so there's a lot of emergency vehicles going up and down the street all the time. You also may hear some pitiful wailing in the background. Claire tried to declare her independence by biting pretty much anything she could get a hold of, so she's kind of in a timeout. She's not real happy, and she's making it pretty much public that she's not happy with her position right now. She's in her crate, which she's trying to dig out, which is actually funny because the crate's plastic and there's no way she can dig out of it. So, but if you hear this pathetic little crying and whimpering, it's Claire declaring that she is just the most mistreated puppy in the world. As far as what's going on with my internship, I think I've shared before that the lead pastor is pretty much a hands-on kind of guy and wants to do his own stuff, and once he gets to a certain setting, he'll hand it off to somebody else, but until then he's the guy in charge and he's going to do it. And that's basically what's happened. We've started expanding 2 ministries, one of which he is very intimately involved with. It's going to be really good. It's a youth home here in Evansville where they have a family meal once a month, and some of the kids who attend the youth home don't have families that will go with them. And so they're asking if the Turning Point would be willing to, one, prepare the meal, and two, kind of hang out with these kids that don't have family with them, and make them feel like they're wanted and that, somebody cares about them. So they're trying to get that off the ground, but Scott wants to be very, like I said, very intimately involved in that. So my part is just sitting around and listening to him and going, oh, that's good, and throwing in a suggestion every once in a while. But there is another ministry that we do where we're providing a meal once a month at a local, what we call a day shelter. It's open during the day for any homeless person to come in. It's a place to get out of the sun, out of the rain, the elements. There's a telephone there. People who go there are allowed to use that as their address when they go and fill out job applications. There's also a telephone there, so they have a contact number. It's really a unique ministry that I think is a little bit different than what you see in a lot of places. It has since expanded. That was its original mission. It's expanded now, and there is limited overnight accommodations, but most of it's still for the day. You can do your laundry there if you need to. Just anything that someone living out on the streets might need to do during the day that you just can't do any other way. That was the intent of this shelter. And so we're going to look at having 2 nights, serving meals 2 nights a month rather than just the one we've got right now. We have 2 teams that alternate each month. We're going to see if we can get another date and then rotate 3 teams through it, or maybe 4. So that's kind of exciting, and Scott is actually going to let me do that, which will help me with my internship goals, because that was one that I wanted to do, and he hadn't been very forthcoming and saying, yeah, we can do this, yeah, we can do this. He sounded really excited about that today, so I'm going to jump on it while he's still excited. Other than that, things have been going well. St. John's is just kind of plugging along. I lost one of our members. Didn't lose them. They transferred their membership to a Pentecostal church, And I did my best to let her know and to convey to her that it didn't matter to me which church she attended, just as long as she grew in her faith and in her relationship with God and Jesus. That's what the important part was. And so I felt kind of good about the parting, even though I was sorry to see her go. And I told her she could always come back. She wanted to visit. The doors were always open. Other than that, that's pretty much where we're at and where we're going. See you next week. Bye.